should be live now that I pushed the go live button. So here's hoping that I'm actually live and that this is working. Just gonna write one quick thing in the chat. Actually, no one's gonna be able to see that if I write in the chat, so never frickin' mind. Because you can't see chat messages that were sent before you joined, I think, on YouTube. So we're continuing off sort of where we left off. We're doing DLC. Mostly because I don't remember where I was in the main campaign. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really remember where we were. I remember that I dismissed Boone and Eddie, and part of the plan was to maybe go get them back. But we're not doing that right now. Pretty sure I sold all of the garbage that I had on me at the end of the last stream, since I don't have any garbage on me right now. I don't even know if I'm like level appropriate. I think level 14 is level appropriate to start doing these DLCs. I think it's level 10, level 15, and then level 20. I think are the expected levels. And then it jumps to like level 40. Been a while since I posted anything on this channel because I was long away. I was on vacation for like a month. I had made another stream. Some of you might have seen it. It was Lego Batman. I was doing the second episode of the Hero Campaign with a buddy of mine, with Bryce, and I don't know what happened. I'm hoping it didn't happen again. But I think OBS updated and it changed my audio input device for no discernible reason whatsoever. And so the entire stream was awash because it was only Bryce's audio and none of mine.
You're back. Do you need
so
medical
I
attention?
deleted the archive of the stream.
That's the
Actually, no, that thing is terrible.
Hey.
How many caps do I have? Like 3,000, right? What should I upgrade? Probably my strength.
You're back.
It's probably like the big one that I should get an upgrade for. Well, I already got that one, okay. It's either gonna be luck or agility. I'm bad at remembering what my special stats are. Let's go with agility so we just have more AP to spam. Oh, I don't have I'm 1,000 caps short. Okay, I thought these were 2,000 caps. Okay. Yeah. So I made that stream. OBS screwed up. I'm apparently not the only person that OBS has like recently dicked over as well. My friend, one of my other friends, he does Yu-Gi-Oh card streams, and he had the same problem where OBS just stopped capturing his mic for no discernible reason whatsoever. So I couldn't tell you what the hell is wrong. I hate OBS. Genuinely hate it. The only reason I use it is that Shadowplay, which is the capture software that my NVIDIA graphics card comes with by default, can't stream to YouTube because YouTube changed their API at some point, and NVIDIA never fixed Shadowplay because they're a terrible company. I love trying to use technology in current year. It's so fun. It doesn't really matter what I carry into this DLC. I'll talk a little bit about my feelings on Dead Money. I don't know. I think I would place it slightly above Honest Hearts in the DLC compendium. I like the idea of it, but I think that it would work much better on like a better game engine, or a game engine that was built around the idea. Because like the cloud, the radio, and all that stuff, it really makes me wish I had a sprinting mod.
Hold up there. This area is locked down by the NCR military until we can dislodge some Legion snakes from Nelson.
What's with the Legion?
Hell, what ain't the trouble with the Legion? This time, they jumped the camp in Nelson while the troopers were setting up. Captured a bunch of gear and took the town. Couple of troopers, too. Got them crucified down near the center of town.
Really wish this guy didn't run up to me and interrupt my train of thought.
Maybe. Oh, heck. But maybe...
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip most of his dialogue. Yeah, so he's like, hey, I'm not gonna let you go down there. I don't fucking care. Fat fuck. Screw off. Getting in the way of me doing my DLC. Yeah, definitely makes me wish I could sprint. Like, between the cloud and the instant death radio traps, I really wish I could sprint through the DLC. Really do. I feel like it really depends on what kind of build you have. Because if you have a melee weapons build and you have the Super Slam perk, the one that lets you knock enemies down, you just win. Like, all of the melee weapons in the DLC do bonus limb damage for starters. Ghost people all want to fight you in melee, and you just kill them instantly with, like, no problem if you're a melee build, especially if you're playing on a low difficulty. If you're playing an energy weapons build, you get the hollow rifle, which is debatably either the best or second best energy weapon in the game. I guess the Alien Blaster is probably the #1 best, but that thing has a really limited pool of ammo. And it's kind of dictated by random chance how much ammo you get for it, so I'm more inclined to say either the hollow rifle or the LAER from Old World Blues are the best range weapons in the game. But if you're playing a guns build, you're kind of fucked. If you're playing a non-combat, like, speech charisma build, you're kind of fucked. I know everyone's like, oh, charisma's a dump stat, don't put points in charisma, but it's fun to play a speech character sometimes, you know? Sometimes you don't want to be a combat god. The atmosphere and, like, the level design are pretty good. I just kind of wish that this was on a different engine, and I could do some, like actual surviving and horroring, rather than it being a bad RPG. Well, it's not a bad RPG system for the time that it came out. It's just that, like, usually survival horror games are really, really linear because they want to really tightly control what you can do, right? And New Vegas kind of can't. Oh, my recommended for career is level 20+. Well, I already said we're doing this, so we're doing this. I'm going to die. I'm like 6 levels under the recommended. We'll pull it off. Gameplay problems aside, I do have one kind of story problem with this, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Because we're gonna have like a great big intro here, and it's also just gonna be me sitting here scratching my nose while we watch this intro cutscene.
Or rekindle old flames. Let your eyes take in the luxurious expanse of the open.
You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses, foolishness about it lying in the middle of the city of the dead. Buried beneath a blood-red cloud. A bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom. The world's most famous stars and entertainers were invited to its grand opening. An invitation was a sign of exclusiveness. The opening was supposed to symbolize a road to a brighter future. Not just for the world, but for all who came to its doors. A chance for anyone to begin again. Except the Sierra Madre never opened. The war froze it in time, like a big flashbulb going off. The grand opening, one big ending of humanity. It's still out there, in the wastes, preserved, just waiting for someone to crack it open. But getting to it, that's not the hard part. It's letting go.
Are you listening? Good. From now on, when I talk, listen and follow my instructions. Play stupid, play clever. Make the mistake of saying no. That collar on your neck will go off and take your head with it.
Okay, new Dead Money complaint. I forgot Elijah's dialogue was that crackly. That actually kind of offends my ears. Big kind of complaint with this DLC right off the bat. What is Courier 6's motivation? Right? Like why do we come here? It's kind of the same thing with Old World Blues, where you just kind of show up at a location and then things happen to you and suddenly you're involved in the DLC. And, like, you have to complete the DLC to go home to escape. When I first played this DLC, and it's still a problem I have today, a lot of the DLC relies on your motivation as the player being out of greed to get the legendary treasure of the Sierra Madre, which you have never once, ever in this entire game, even if you play all the other DLCs, you never have an opportunity to hear about that treasure. Ever. So, it all kind of falls in on itself. The whole storytelling, all of the themes just collapse, and it's one of my big problems with this DLC. At the very least, the quest design is more interesting than Honest Hearts, and the gameplay is much more unique and memorable. But the story, just immediately, the bottom falls out of it, and especially when I first played it, because when I first played it, I was a dumbass kid who didn't really understand the concept of role-playing games, and I was just metagaming my way through it the whole time, and I was like, well, I'm here because there's DLC content, because I want to play the DLC, right? What greater motivation than that do I need? So, what do you want?
That structure you see above the fountain, the Sierra Madre Casino, you need to break inside. Heist. Too many years in the making. But to get inside, avoid its traps, you'll need to gather a team. As I found, one cannot do it alone.
So I'm not alone then? Caught others?
Around the world are 3 other callers like yours. Caller 8, 12, and 14. Find all 3 and get them here to the fountain. Then we'll talk more. And should you get any ideas about killing each other and taking the treasure of the Sierra Madre for yourself, a warning. All your callers are linked. One of you dies, you all die. If that's what it takes to make you cooperate, so be it. I've downloaded the instructions and markers on your Pip-Boy, in case you forget. And yes, I have access to that device on your wrist. Get the other 3 here after that. I'll have more instructions for you. Do this, I'll let you go. I'll let all of you go. One is a trusted ally. Obedient, caller or no, although the caller helps. The other 2, well, we'll have to see what the trap's got.
I have so many questions about Elijah's plan and about what is going on here. Like, already there's plot holes and shit. Like, okay, so Dog didn't have a collar before, right? That's a canon thing we know. We know Dog, like, swallowed one, right? Why didn't Elijah take the collar out of Dog? If Dog is loyal and to be trusted, and especially if Elijah needs Dog to bring him more people, which is basically stated in this DLC several times, why is he running the risk that this heist will fail and his loyal servant Dog gets blown up? Especially since Elijah can't actually leave the Madre. He's actually trapped inside of it right now. Right? That's like his plan makes no fucking sense. There's so many plot holes in every little interaction in this DLC, and it's one of the big reasons I don't like it. Another one is, where did the courier's equipment go? Right? Why do we not have our weapons and supplies and stuff?
Your piece of Rocco trash will help you, I've ensured it. It can latch onto the signal of the callers and tune into their frequencies. The bomb callers come with radios embedded in them. You can eavesdrop easily. It was part of their design to listen in. They can even screen out white noise from the environment to allow greater monitoring. Yes. Caller 8, the FEV reject, the super mutant. He is docile, predictable, and provided he's not starving, should be easy to command. I lost contact with him some time ago. Probably after he dragged you here from the trap. Find him. He'll follow you, caller or no.
Also, imagine if Courier 6 just didn't wake up in time. Like, Dog just drops you here and you stay unconscious for a couple more minutes and you choke to death on the cloud, then everyone dies, including Dog, and now Elijah is presumably trapped in the Madre forever because you just slept in.
A long story.
Yeah. He mentions what FEV is.
If necessary, I will guide you through the villa's broadcast systems. If you get lost, return here and I'll direct you.
You can't even
I
ask.
downloaded instructions.
Yeah, I don't care. You can't even ask Elijah.
Gamble in our casino.
No.
Take in the theater.
This stream might get banned because I think there might be copyrighted music that plays at a few points. So I'm pretty sure the music that plays during the Please stop talking, woman. I'm pretty sure the music that plays during the fireworks sequence might be copyrighted. It might be like Fly Me to the Moon. The quest, not the song. Yeah. I don't think we ever really get an explanation from Elijah on like where our equipment went. So yeah, we can get items from these machines using the casino chips. That's why I was picking them out of the fountain back there. I mean, it's an RPG. It's an RPG.
Outside, you may notice your vision of pulse get dizzy. It's the cloud. Eat your inside slowly. Too much exposure. Death.
Yeah, I don't think Elijah ever, like, at least in that conversation, I don't think it's possible to get Elijah to explain what happened to our equipment. I think the only option, the only way is, like, later dialogue in the game. And, the explanation's pretty stupid. The Madre security system somehow strips us of all of our belongings. It looks for anything, like, either dangerous or radioactive, which, like, raises the question of why it would let Courier 6 in, considering that 6 has been exposed to radiation in the wasteland and is presumably born not in a vault. So presumably they have trace amounts of radiation in their organs and bones. So why would the Madre security system let them in, right? Also, like, it looks for anything dangerous. Okay, well,
Watch out
what
for
about a
the
straight
village
razor?
inhabitants.
You know?
They're difficult to kill unless you chop them apart. If you can, blow them up or disintegrate them.
I don't have a melee weapon. Huh? I don't know what happened there. Yeah. Because I didn't... Oh, there it is. Because I didn't cripple one of his limbs. I'm not sure how I teleported like that. Yeah. See that? As soon as you cripple a limb, they die instantly. So, that's the combat loop of the DLC. Knock them down with bullets or energy weapon fire, and then run up and smash them with a melee weapon until they die. It's kind of boring, but like, I feel like if you made an entire system around it, you could make it interesting. You like in Dead Space, right, where you have like Isaac like stomping on necromorphs, right? You have those really brutal animations to go around with it, and the enemy design is like done specifically to encourage it, and like the gore and everything is done to make it like really good looking. Like I think the Ghost people could work as a concept. They're really good as horror enemies, but I think New Vegas just isn't the game for that. You need a more robust system.
Speakers and radios interfere with the bomb caller frequency and can trigger the detonators prematurely. It is an unfortunate side effect, one I did not anticipate. I was unable to calibrate the callers to block the signals. So, you'll have to make do.
Again, imagine if it just seems like one of those really silly things to. It just seems so silly to bind everyone together. My main guess is this isn't like a reaction to how people would realistically be in this scenario. It's a reaction to the fact that RPG players' usual first response to meeting an NPC is to violently murder them. I'm not gonna read all of the notes because there's a lot, and it mostly pertains to like the history of the Madre and doesn't have a whole lot of impact on like the actual events of the DLC. Probably oh no, there we go. Oh boy, my favorite garbage. I've never used C4 for anything other than like sorry, my mind keeps blanking. Other than reverse pickpocketing and blowing people's pants off.
Puts dog in the cage,
That little holotape we just picked up. So we need those. We need vending machine codes to unlock new things in the vending machine. That's how we unlock new items from the vending machines, is with those holotapes. You can also find similar notes inside of some of the computer terminals. I think it was this DLC that must have added these, because these replace campfires. Instead of cooking at campfires, we cook at hot plates. I don't need that scrap electronics. I can't craft anything with that. That'll really help me. Oh yeah, we have, again, everything was taken. Presumably Dog stripped us naked and put us in this stupid jumpsuit instead of the, presumably far more effective, bulletproof vest that I had on before I was thrown in here. This is a door out of here. I don't need to put that then. I really don't get it. Like, I can kind of understand taking away some of Courier 6's stuff, I guess? But, like, no, I really can't. The more I think about it, the less I can justify it. From Elijah's point of view, I mean. From a game design point of view, from a meta perspective of, like, you want the player to be unarmed and, like, having to scavenge for new stuff, and you want to encourage them to use the new DLC items instead of their, the stuff they've been using all along. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. But from Elijah's perspective of, like, wanting you to survive this...
Knew you would come below the cage, down to where I am. Maybe you saw the letters I scratched on the villa walls. A little farther. Follow my voice. That's it. The one in the cage? Dog. I had to lock him up. He keeps disobeying me.
I have to ask, because there's no radio up there that God could be talking through. And as far as I'm aware, at least at this point in the DLC, God can't seize control of Dog at any point. So, like, did he pre-record the messages we're hearing down here? That's my only guess, is that everything we hear down here was, like, pre-recorded by him somehow. I'm just imagining, like, that big-ass Nightkin, that scarred slab of beef, trying to, like, work a tape recorder.
The disc. My voice. Can't take any chances, though. You may be some victim who simply stumbled down here. If so, can't let you let Dog out. No, not yet.
I love interacting with Dog and God, actually.
You came to fetch Dog. Use him to drag others here. Now I'll use you and that Pip-Boy you're wearing.
Although I do question...
Clever. The key to Dog's cage is simple. Take my voice to the cage above. Let me speak to the beast inside.
Like, they must be pre-recorded, right? So you can't even get close enough to... Why am I beeping?
So hungry.
Oh, that's why there's a radio here. Yeah, I don't know why these radios don't blow Dog up. But, like, you can't get close enough to him to initiate dialogue. So what you're supposed to do is come here and play this tape. But what I'm gonna try and do...
Are you listening?
is play the Elijah tape.
Dog wants out.
Oh, cool. That works.
Dog is hungry.
I've
I'll
oh.
be good this time. I promise, Master. Just keep him away.
So never mind. Playing the dog tape doesn't actually do anything. So in case you don't get it, a knight can suffer from schizophrenia. Somehow, dog's schizophrenia manifests as split personalities. One personality is triggered by hearing his own voice. The other personality is triggered by hearing Elijah's voice. It's a really old-fashioned, borderline offensive take on DID, if DID even exists.
Dog, back in the cage.
Because it's one of those things that, like, there's been a ton of recent developments in the field of study, and it's at the point where, like, some psychiatrists and doctors are, like, disagreeing that it even exists.
What have we here? You weren't who I was expecting. I'm disappointed. Still, even if you aren't my intended guest, you take direction. Good. You can't have been an idiot to figure out how to release me from my cage. Or perhaps you are, with that leash on your arm, and the one around your neck. With our collars and manacles, why, we may as well be kin.
I love God's dialogue. He's so well-spoken and kind of threatening and cool. It's a very cliche concept for a character, but it's pretty well done, and I like how the different RPG elements interact, and how, like, you need different skills to persuade each personality. That name carved in your chest. You dog?
The carving's a reminder for mirrors and for Dog. Dog, who you heard coming in, howling and hungry, as always. I've been trapped in here for some time. Then you come along and let me out. So, you opened my cage for a reason. Now, I want to know why.
I heard electricity and radios can cause people's heads. I diagnose you with being terminally online.
Trauma. Yes, in a manner of speaking. Do you see these wounds of his, covering his skin? The bear trap on his arm. He placed his own hand in it. The name he carved in his chest. To remind him of who he is, he inflicts pain on himself to silence me, when all I try to do... He cuts, hurts, and tries to murder me out of him. He won't succeed, just makes me angrier. Dog is the beast. We simply change cages, like the ones here.
Again, I love his dialogue. He's all metaphorical and well-spoken. It's so good. I was looking for someone with a collar like mine. Where's yours?
It's close. Closer than I'd like. Dog's been into things. Needs to think before he eats. Chew before he swallows. He's eager that way. Now the collar's a part of me. Inside. I can feel its electronic heartbeat, clicking and burning down below. Like before. It was cold and heavy before going in the cage. Now you're here, and it's pulling and kicking again, tugging like a leash. Interesting.
Maybe you shouldn't go around stuffing old world technology into your stomach.
As if I had a choice. Sometimes instinct takes over, and that's when I go into the cage. It's like curiosity that way. After all, you wouldn't have put that collar on by choice. Perhaps it was your curiosity that caused that hand to close on your neck.
Yeah, again, they constantly bring this up, the curiosity, the greed, the obsession, and it works as a theme if you're actually, like, role-playing 6 and getting really into the game. But if you're just metagaming it, or you're like me right now, and you're just making content for YouTube, it just kind of takes the whole wind out of the entire story. Forget it, I have other questions. I need to get you out of there, actually.
No. No, I don't think so. Even in here, I have more control than you do. I'm not leaving until the one who controls the collars shows. Not his voice, not his hand, not his lackey. Him. And when he comes to see me, we'll settle things. So go on. Go back to your master. Tell him I'm waiting for him. Dog may follow him. I won't.
I could order Dog to come with me. I bet he'd obey.
Dog? You're not talking to him now, are you? No. Even if you could drag Dog out of his cage, you still couldn't get him out of this cage. I put him here for a reason. If he could have escaped, he would have. So here he stays.
Look, dumbass. You wouldn't have locked yourself in there without some way to get open, now would you? Especially if you're planning to kill whoever's behind all of this. You really think this plan isn't immediately obvious?
The key? Why, it's the old man, the one who brought us here. I hid the key on me so Dog wouldn't know. I just need the old man to show up so he and I can talk. If Dog was in control when the old man appeared, well, he would just do whatever he commanded, as always. And I can't have that.
If you have the key in there, the old man can just order Dog to open the cage.
Dog obeys, yes.
The old man's voice is on my Pip-Boy.
You don't play it. No. No, don't. I'll make you suffer for this. I promise you. Although it may not matter.
Master, the Dog not hear you come in. Too hungry now. At cage door. Master, Dog is listening now you are close, and he can hear you over hunger.
Like, as much as I love God, his plan is kind of astronomically stupid. Yeah, listen. I want you to listen to me. Your master wants you to listen to me.
Master.
There's a key hidden on you somewhere. I need you to hand it to me.
Dog?
Just give me the key.
Yes,
the case,
Master.
right?
Master sounds different. Quieter. Master. Dog doesn't want to be in the cage anymore. Dog will be good this time. Dog promises.
Then go to the fountain and wait for me there.
Master, Dog waited a long time. Brought you many people. If Dog finds more, we'll bring them to the fountain. Dog promises.
Yep. It's dealing with Dog and God is probably the easiest of the three. They're all kind of equally difficult, in their own sort of ways. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass.
Always yell at Dog.
I love how you wield the spear like it's a sword as well. You just kind of swing it in their general direction. All manic-like. Probably gonna dump the hollow rifle. I'll probably hold on to it, actually, because I'm gonna need as much ammo as I can to get rid of this mess. I like how each character we recruit introduces us to kind of a different aspect of the problems we're gonna face in the Madre. Dog introduces us to radios. Dean has all the booby traps. Christine has the holograms. It's a really neat and effective bit of game design. Like, I think this DLC could be really good if it was just built in a game that was intended for it from the ground up. I also just, it doesn't feel very Fallout to me. It feels more like someone thought this would be a really cool story. And it is, but it just doesn't feel like it fits with the vibe with the Fallout universe. It kind of fits with New Vegas's general themes, I guess, but I don't know. Kind of running out of stuff to talk about because there's also just a lot of this, a lot of just walking from place to place and waiting for the cool parts of the DLC to happen. Yeah, we can return cigarette boxes for big piles of Madre chips, which is nice. Kind of just like in the base game, they're just packs of free money, basically. I find it funny that, like, all the crazy, wacky sci-fi drugs we can do in the Fallout games, and, like, morphine is somehow too far, and so is smoking cigarettes. Like, you can literally inhale cow shit and mushrooms in the form of jet to get high, but you can't smoke a cigarette in these games.
Picking up signals near your location. Detonators. Watch for traps.
Not sure how Elijah is able to detect frag mines with the collar, but he is. I kind of don't like having a tutorial voice in my ear. But I guess it gets rid of having to sit in front of the fountain and listen to Elijah give us like a big speech on all the problems we're going to be up against. Oh god. I was half a fucking continent away. How did that... No, I'm reloading a save. That's bullshit. How did that hit me?
Picking up signals near your location. Detonators. Watch for traps.
That is some bullshit. I feel like they made the traps in Randall Clark's stashes in Honest Hearts like really good and really hard to spot, and then playtesters probably got mad about it, so then they reverted to like the really easy to deal with traps in this DLC. Like you would think someone as experienced as Dean would be getting more creative with the traps. Instead of just putting fragmentation mines down in random spots and really obvious tripwires. Like, the ghost people really aren't a threat. The holograms are annoying, though. The holograms are really freaking annoying. Okay, this one's clever. He's got the shotgun pointed at a fire extinguisher so that it blows up. I don't think that would work in real life, but... pretty clever here, all things considered. I forget how we get the recipe for the superheated cosmic knife, but I'm just gonna take a cosmic knife with me. Just so I can make one. This DLC did introduce Saturnite items to the series, and also, like, you can wield the literal glowing 1,000 degrees knife, which I'm probably gonna do. Oh, never mind, I can't wear my sunglasses. I'll walk around here, lame. Has anyone actually ever seen, like, a little box of bobby pins like that? Is that how they used to, like, make them? Ghost person is unconscious. No, his entire head was deleted. I don't think you could do that with a 32, but, I mean, maybe. These guys don't seem to have, like, people guts in them. They seem to have greens.
That one's got a head on their shoulders. For now.
We can make, like, drinkable night vision. I think you have to get a recipe for the glowing 1000-degree knife somewhere in this DLC, and I might not know where it is, but I really want one just because it's funny to have. Also because, like, if you look at the knife, I'll point it out if we make one. It'll be easier to see. If I make one, not we. You're not playing the game with me, are you? I don't know, maybe you are. Maybe I'm under your control like some kind of psychic puppet.
Have a seat, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, so Dean refuses to really speak to us unless we sit down. Gee, I wonder why.
The Sierra Madre. Beauty, isn't she? She the one who invited you here? Or maybe you didn't catch her voice on the radio. Woke up confused like some of the others. At least you're still breathing. By the way, don't get up or make any sudden motions, no matter how uncomfortable that chair gets. The cushion's just for show.
Better be a shape charge or you're gonna kill us both.
Sounds like you've done some blue-collar construction work in your life. Your ma must be proud.
I love his dialogue too.
Get up
He's such
without
a
my
dick.
permission. I'll blast your ass so far through your head, it'll turn the moon cherry pie red. So, let's keep this sweet and polite, and finish our conversation with no misunderstandings.
Alright. I'll be quiet for now.
Just because I work in entertainment doesn't mean I'm a moron. I heard my necktie beeping. I know what that means. I'm part of this somehow. I want out of this contract. And if you put me in it, I'm not going to be too happy. So whatever's going on here, if you're part of all this, you're taking orders from me.
Alright, I'll cooperate. What do you want?
Good, good. Then we're in business. I may be a betting man, but I like it when the odds are in our favor. If you're here with who I think, then I'd rather have you on my side than his. And it's in the hole. You want to live, I want what's in the Madre. Real simple.
Fine. You can have the treasure. I don't care. I just am very partial to not exploding. Can you meet me at the fountain in the center by the big gate that leads up to the casino proper?
Wait just a minute. I'm not walking out there on my own. I know what's out there. It's why I've planted a minefield, shotguns, and explosives all the way on the road to my little boudoir here. So we go together or we're not going at all. I'll split my hand in blackjack when the time's right. I'm not splitting up in this town, trust me.
Hello, cereal provider. I hope you're enjoying the stream.
All right, partner.
Yeah, Dean's perks.
Take the long way back. There's a shortcut across the way, you see. It's through the cloud, but if I'm with you, I can help you through it. If you didn't already force the lock to the gate, that is.
I don't know how Dean's perk works.
Residential district. Well, not really.
I feel like Dean is one of the few characters in this that makes a lot of sense, because, like, there's really nothing in this area that pertains to the heist, and he's supposedly filled the area with booby traps, so it kind of makes sense that Elijah would just be like, this area is full of traps, and I don't need to be here, so I'm just gonna not.
Of course.
Oh yeah, another joke that's just a quote from a famous property. My usual faction, probably either Independent. Independent is probably the one I've sided with the most over the years. It's either going to be Independent or Mr. House is usually my faction choice. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. This is why I hate having companions in this DLC, because they just kind of. If you ask Dean in dialogue, he has a really good bit where he's like, "Oh, don't let anybody get lost or wander off," and it's like, "Yeah, Dean, you guys will just start shooting at things for no reason that I'm trying not to shoot at." It's kind of not fun, kind of annoying. But yeah, my usual faction is probably Mr. House or Independence, really. It's just like the two I pick the most.
How the hell did you get this one? Dog? What? So you don't forget your name?
I don't remember you.
Hey, Dean.
Didn't think much of our chances. Now I'm thinking I was...
Found one of your stashes.
Why? Survival. I still needed to leave the residential area to scrounge up supplies, and I don't like taking chances. The villa's dangerous. So I left weapons and stims in case I got in a tight spot. Of course, you show up putting your mitts on everything. I suppose this qualifies as an emergency, so I'm not complaining. Much. I still need to eat. At least I think I do. The villa provides, even if it's not as glamorous as the Cantina Madrid. Once I, well, realized what you could scrounge up around here, I had a lot of time to experiment. Not the best chef, but, well, here's the mix, if you can stomach it. I call it a Sierra Madre Martini.
Sounds interesting.
Scrape some cloud residue off the walls, mash it in a tin can with some junk food from the machines, and hold your nose down it. There's electric hot plates around if you can't find a campfire to mix it at. Also, there's other recipes you can do with the cloud residue, although it might take a hardier survivalist than me to brew them. I stick to martinis.
So cloud residue, potato chips, mashed together in a tin can, and then heated on a hot plate. God! It's just, like, it just sounds fucking revolting, doesn't it? Is anyone else, like, alive around here?
Alive's a tricky word. The locals...
I'll do some of this dialogue. I won't do all of it.
Not sure it applies to them. They're a little uncivilized. They don't talk much. As in, at all.
Have you tried to, like, deal with them?
Tried talking to them, bribing them, leaving food. Nothing. In the years since, they haven't changed their approach, but I sure have. They catch you, they drag you into the cloud, and you're not coming back out. After that, having your necktie go off would be mercy. My advice? Stay out of their way. They don't die easy.
How tough are they?
You shoot them, they get back up. You stab them, they get back up. That's why I have explosives all over this place. Unless you blow them up, chop them up, disintegrate them. The ghost people don't go down. Not enough bullets in the town to spend on them. So unless you're a real good shot, save one for yourself right before they catch you.
I'm a pretty good shot.
Well, you seem like you know how
I don't
to
know what the
handle
style gets me.
yourself. All right. Once I fired a lucky shot, hit a gas tank one was holding, blew his arm off at the shoulder, and he didn't get back up after that. So if you're that good, don't aim for the head, aim for their bombs. And if you can wait...
Yeah, don't actually do that. Don't try to aim for their bombs. He is kind of lying to you. You can't shoot the... It's not like Fallout 4, where you can shoot, like, the Super Mutant Suicider bomb and blow them up, right? It doesn't work like that at all. You have to wait until they throw the bomb at you and then shoot it out of the air, and 99 times out of 100, you're either going to miss, because that's a very difficult shot to make, even with that. And even if you hit it, it's probably going to be so far away from them that it's not going to do anything.
Whatever we do, don't rile them up. Normally, there's only a few, maybe a pack. There's more out there, a lot more. If they find out someone's trespassing, it'd be shaking a hornet's nest. Don't want to...
Who are you?
There's a lot of really good mods to this game, Serial. I was thinking... I was on vacation, so I didn't have a chance, and I'd already streamed Honest Hearts by the time I left. And I was kind of sad, because while I was on vacation, there was a big, like, trend, I guess is the word, of people making ridiculous mods to Daniel from Honest Hearts' hat, changing his hat a whole bunch. And I really wish I was around for that, because you bet I would have installed one of the today. Oh, hang on.
Didn't think much about...
The speakers emit a signal that'll set off your caller if you stay too long. There are damaged speakers and shielded ones. The damaged ones you can destroy at range. Don't get close. You can't switch them off like a radio.
Usually it's best to try and do this DLC with as few companions around you as possible, because they like to stomp around and attract lots of attention and get themselves killed. And then you die. Not particularly fun. So whenever you have the option to, dismiss your follower. I'm also, I should mention, I'm probably, in case you haven't read the description, Serial, I'm not running that many mods for this game. I usually don't mod games a whole lot, because usually, whenever I find something that I want a mod for, it's usually something that's, like, relatively small. Yeah, I'm talking about those mods. Daniel's hat refitted, Daniel's hat, like, unfitted. There was one that gave him, like, a really long, like, Doug Dimmadome kind of hat. And I really wanted to use that one. I frankly, I might still use that one, like, on my next playthrough or something. Because it just seems really funny. Part of me wonders if those Daniel's hat mods might get pushed into, like, the randomizer or something. It would be really hilarious. Like, every time Daniel's NPC model gets loaded, it switches his hat for a different one. That'd be hilarious. I'm just imagining his big dramatic speech where he's trying to convince you not to side with Joshua at the end of the DLC, but he's just got a stupidly tiny hat on, and it's making me smile just thinking about it. Really wish there's a mod. just replace his model with, like, a hat, like, floating around, and then, like, on top of the hat, Daniel is, like, standing there in, like, a T-pose. So he's like floating around on his hat.
Watch for security holograms.
Like Goku in Dragon Ball with the cloud. Except it's Daniel on his hat. That would actually be pretty funny. It's a pretty good one. I tried making a mod for this game at one point, but I couldn't figure it out. I'd seen a mod that replaced, like, all of the, I'm not gonna mess with these, I don't remember how it works. I'd seen a mod that replaced all of the Securitron faces and like Mr. House face and like all of the terminals with a face on them, with like meme faces and like cropped hentai expressions. And I wanted to make one. There's an old meme edit I made forever ago where one of the think tank has Nagatoro from Please Don't Bully Me, Nagataro's face on their body, and I wanted to make a mod that made that into the game, but I could never figure out how to edit the textures for that. Because I have a tiny brain. I have tiny brain syndrome. If anyone who's watching this stream knows how to make Fallout New Vegas mods, please speak up, because I will actually like give you like $15 to make that mod, because I will cry laughing if I ever get it. I think we have everything we need from like the upstairs now that we have that key, but I kind of want to look around a little bit more. So there's probably like doctor's bags and poker chips and things that I need. And speaking of that old edit I made, I'm kind of disappointed that this was the next DLC. I was kind of hoping it would be Old World Blues, because I have a really good thumbnail for that stream. I came up with a really good thumbnail. I spent like 5 minutes editing it together. It's probably longer than I've spent on any of the other thumbnails I've used for my live streams. I don't think there's any more enemies in this whole building either. There we go. Got the key that lets us in here. Like nothing. Ooh, hey. There we go. Oh, that's energy cells. It's not even useful. Okay, I'll take the skill book though. That's useful. Yeah, no, I've seen that mod. I've seen the Fallout 4 New Vegas mod. I'm kind of excited for it. It would probably be the big thing that would get me to reinstall Fallout 4. Would be that mod. And it's fine that you keep talking. I don't mind. You're giving me stuff to talk about, and you're helping me make the stream, and I really appreciate that. I really like it when I really like having a talkative audience rather than just a bunch of people kind of sitting around in silence. No offense to the people who aren't talking in chat, by the way. Also, yeah, you can use the auto docs in this DLC to literally just replace the need for sleep by just injecting pure adrenaline into yourself. Don't do that in real life. I'm pretty sure you'll die after like the second shot. Or at the very least, you'll pee your pants. No, seriously, you don't gotta thank me, Serial. I should be the one thanking you guys for actually, like, watching the streams and stuff. It's a little, like, disheartening to try and stream when there's, like, nobody in the chat and stuff, but I also just enjoy playing these games and talking about my thoughts, so I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't know if I should be reading Christine's dialogue out loud because it's all subtitled right there. And it looks like somebody carved a road map across your face with a pizza cutter. She looks at you, blinks again, opens her mouth, but nothing comes out. She touches her throat, then traces the scar beneath her chin. Her eyes widen in alarm. Did somebody cut your voice box out? She looks shaken, and she glances at the autodoc, recoils and opens her mouth, but again, nothing comes out. She looks back at you, and her hands clench into fists. Her eyes narrow, and she takes a step back, studying you. I have a gun. The woman opens her mouth again, winces, frowns, and then drags a finger across her throat in a slow motion. She looks more angry than pained now. Frowning, she touches her throat again, gently. Then her hand brushes her collar, and then her frown deepens. Her eyes narrow as she traces the edge of her collar. She finds a lock and begins to press at it with her fingers. Do not do that! She looks surprised, then notices your collar and raises an eyebrow. Let's just say we're in this mess together. She frowns, narrows her eyes, and then shakes her head. If your collar goes off, mine goes off. It's better if we work together. She shakes her head again and draws a line in the air between the two of you. That's not going to work for me. She shakes her head once, then crosses her arms. Look, I'm not trying to order you, but your life is literally tied to mine. She frowns, glances at the collar, looks back at you. She makes a circle with her hands, puts her hand over her eyes, and squints. She nods at you, then lowers her hand from her eyes, shakes her head, then slowly draws a line between you. You're looking for someone else. Maybe I can help? She studies you again, then her expression softens slightly. She shakes her head slowly and gives a sigh. She nods at you, then raises an eyebrow and nods at the door. Meet me at the fountain. We'll go from there. I'm not going to go through her dialogue because it's kind of tiring to read her dialogue, my dialogue, and it's kind of difficult to read her dialogue and my dialogue and make the stream all at the same time, so I don't want to go through a dialogue. I know a lot of people who are like really obsessed with Christine and find her just like so relatable, and I don't mean to sound rude, but I have to question what exactly people are so drawn to about her. Because I think of all the characters in this DLC, I think she's the most boring one by a mile. She wants revenge on Elijah for separating her and Veronica. Or at least that's the implication. Like, it's kind of boring. It doesn't really... It's kind of boring and it's not unique. Like, Dog and God isn't a very unique character either. That's just Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's just Bruce Banner and the Incredible Hulk, right? That trope of two personalities in one body has been done to death a billion times, but Dog gets away with it because of the really nice integration with the RPG mechanics and with all the skill checks in his dialogue and all the little puzzles you have to solve, and the ways in which God is sometimes more helpful than Dog, and Dog is sometimes more helpful than God. Dean, I think, is probably the most unique. I've never really seen a character like his done before. I love the whole idea of his obsession. I love the idea that he's just been standing here, staking out the Madre for like 200 years, doing nothing and just kind of slowly going a bit stir-crazy.
Good. Well done. Now for the festivities and your parts in all this. The owner of the Sierra Madre, for whatever reason, keyed the grand opening to the gala event itself. It needs to be fired off in order for the casino doors to open. As I've discovered, one person can't do it. So get your team into position indicated on your Pip-Boy, then trigger it properly. You're so close now, don't let me down. Otherwise, I'll have to rely on the next team.
Okay, and we'll go get started.
I'd suggest taking the FEV reject to his position first. Although you may need his brutality and strength elsewhere first. As easy as the villa was to navigate, the outlying areas of the villa are far more dangerous, thicker with the ghost people, traps, and toxins. Use your team as I use you. Listen to your caller. Watch where you step. You're no use to me dead.
Oh man, I apologize again for Elijah's dialogue. That's not the stream, that's not my setup. He just really is on an old, like, Xbox 360 microphone.
Where are you taking Dog? Dog doesn't want to leave. Heard Master. Saw Master in sky. And when Master not there, woman at fountain. She is made of lines and light. Want to watch.
Dog and God are this guy right here. He's like a super mutant with, like, two personalities stuck in his head. Yeah, we need to get you to a thing. Look, you need to go to your place.
Dog has heard that before. Was there pretty lights? There were things to pull. Hard to pull, but Dog did. And the cage. And Dog was hungry there. Dog was someone else there with Dog. Then there was noise. Then lights. Then streets. Screamed. Dog doesn't want to go to cage. It's inside Dog now. Dog can see the cage, hear the noises. The way to casino, it'll hurt you inside. Hard to pull things? Dog not want to stay and pull the...
Dog doesn't want to do his job. Don't worry, we can talk him into it. Serial, if you have an Xbox, I'd actually say that that's probably like the best way to play New Vegas, unless you're planning to get really into modding. Because it takes, like, even if your PC is really good, you still need a lot of mods just to run the game. Like, if you look in the description of this video, you'll see my current mod list. I'd say most of that is just to get the game to run. Like, what do you need bare minimum? You need the script extender, so you need NVSE, you need Johnny Guitar, you don't need the anti-crash, and you need, like, the unofficial patch. So you need, like, 3 mods, bare minimum, just to get the game to run semi-reliably, and it's crashed a few times on me while streaming. It doesn't do it often, but it still does. On Xbox, you don't really need any mods to make it run. And I think out of the 3 platforms, Xbox has the least cut content.
Always need more.
The PS3 port is probably like the worst Fallout New Vegas port. It's probably the most heavily cut down and like the most missing content out of all the ports. Oh, you don't have PS5 Pretty sure you can get Fallout 4 on the PS5 though. Fallout 4 is not bad, but I think most people would probably enjoy Fallout 1 and 2 more and find them more interesting. So now Elijah's not going to be talking in our ears as much, and now we kind of got to figure things out for ourselves. It's pretty fun, actually. This DLC is, like, really atmospheric and kind of spooky.
I'll get your ghosted plastic. Dog, tear him apart so he don't get back up. Food.
Look around. I mean, I know a lot of people really hate Fallout 4. I'm personally not a big fan of it, but like, I can totally see why people like it. It's the least RPG, like, of the whole series, but some people, like gaming has really broadened out in the last 20 years, and there's a lot of people who don't like RPGs anymore, you know? There's a lot of people that play games now, so I get it. Some people really like Fallout 4. And I do think it has some cool stuff in it. The combat is definitely, like, in my opinion, the best in the series. Oh, goodness, that was close. Do I have any stim packs in here? I'm very low on health. I don't want to die. Jeez. Scared the snot out of me, buddy. Ran like right up to me like a road runner.
Why are we here? Dog not want to be here. Place too much like a cage for Dog. If Dog was fed like last time, Dog would listen. If the feeding was quiet.
I need you to stay here and flip the switches, buddy.
Dog doesn't understand. If Dog was maybe...
Yeah, so we have to feed him. Trying to remember how we get the dialogue.
Nice voice.
Oh, did the game give me an objective? I didn't read it.
You are the nice voice.
Trying to find the... Yeah, okay. I'm sorry I'm skipping through a bunch of his dialogue. I'm trying to find... There's supposed to be a way you can feed him so that he will actually, like, stay here.
Why are we here? If Dog... Why are we here?
You can trap him in here somehow. I'm trying to remember how... I'm sorry, I'm really trying to remember how to do this puzzle. Oh yeah, here we go. There's supposed to be a way that you can, like, feed him ghost people meat, and that will calm him down and get him to stay, but, I guess we have to bring out God. Alright. Really quickly before I do this, what was the thing I was talking about? Fallout 4 combat. Oh god, I'm sorry, it's gone.
Dog, back in the cage.
I'm sorry, but whatever I was gonna say earlier is gone. I'm desperately... Oh, no, I remember. By speeding through Dog's dialogue, I got this perk. Yeah, so the whole gimmick of this DLC is, like, you have to cripple the ghost people's limbs to get them to stay down. With this perk, you don't even need to do that, which I think is a really silly design decision. I don't know why they did that.
So here we are, a row of switches all lined up. How familiar. These switches won't move themselves, after all. There must be some trick to it. Now that I'm here, what do you expect me to do?
I need you to stay and flip the switches for the gala event.
You can lead me to water. No. Being trapped in this courtyard while lights are flashing and sirens are screaming. I can survive one or two of the inhabitants. More than that, even Dog would have to work to keep full without being carved to pieces. And the gate here, if it somehow got locked, it'd be the holding cell at the police station again. Except with no way out.
Yeah, no, Cyril, that last paragraph of yours, really wishing Fallout 4 was more fleshed out and all the factions had a lot of potential, but it just feels like they didn't care. That is, like, the entire fandom's opinion of Fallout 4, like, summed up in a handful of words. Like, that is just how everybody feels. I bet Dog will stay here if you won't.
If you needed his teeth to devour those metal switches, chew up the diagram, then let him out. There's a sequence, precise and clear as a knife, that must be followed. And it requires more than instinct to operate. No, you need me here, out of the cage.
Got a bit of intelligence.
And what would that gain you? Are you so eager to... So you want me to listen? To obey? No, I can't. Because Dog wouldn't let me. I can already feel him clawing at me. If you want me to remain, then I'll need to stay aware. Enough to operate the switches properly.
We just need to make sure that Dog doesn't
It's 'cause
surface before that happens. To do that,
every
you'll need to
quest,
be...
every quest in Fallout 4 is a Radiant quest. They're all randomly generated. Right? There's no... Like, that's what makes Fallout New Vegas so good. The quests are really well designed, they're really intricate, and there's just a lot going on under the hood. But everything in Fallout 4 is just randomly generated.
Dog has torn apart a number of the inhabitants of this town. Well, he doesn't prefer them to other flesh. It'll do for the time being. Find some of the inhabitants. It'll require some hunting on your part. Kill them. Take some of the remains inside them. Bring it back here. They're not easy to kill. 2 chunks of meat from their bodies should be enough.
There we go, so he'll stay now, and I gotta go. There we go, okay, so yeah, you have to feed God, not dog, alright. Ow! Bear trap. I also really liked the Minutemen, in Fallout 4, Mr. Franco-British Union. I also really liked them. They were kind of my favorite faction in that game. You know, it felt like kind of a shame because it felt like they had the most just generic quests out of all of the factions. And Preston Garvey is not. I feel like I need to say content warning because I'm gonna talk about like Preston Garvey's depression. And all I'm gonna say is that I think Preston Garvey is one of the worst written depictions of depression in the history of fiction. I next to like Zoe Quinn's depression quest, I think Preston Garvey is actually like I don't use this word often, but he is an offensively bad portrayal of real world mental health problems. If you get the boomer support, why can't you tell them to attack the fort or with their huge artillery batteries? Good question. I've never thought about that. I've never actually considered that. Or the thought that I've always had about the Battle of Hoover Dam is I think General Oliver is actually secretly a mind-reading genius. I think his plan for the Battle of Hoover Dam is actually really good. Yeah, Serial, that's another reason why like people don't like Fallout 4 is because Bethesda is really obsessed with keeping things like, I don't want to say grimdark, because Fallout 1 and 2, as you've probably noticed by playing them, are a lot darker than pretty much any other entry in the series.
You better have brought enough meat. I can feel...
Yeah, here.
You're good at fetching.
Fallout 1 and 2 are like the darkest entries in the series. And like, but Bethesda's like really obsessed with like keeping the series like Mad Max and like really chaotic and apocalyptic. God, I love having the mod that makes it so I don't instantly get kicked out of the vending machines whenever I buy a single recipe. It's so nice. It allows me to buy multiple things really quickly. Okay, counterpoint, this is something that people always seem to miss with the Legion. The Legion use guns. Also, if you go to the 188, talk to the arms merchant there, the chick by the truck, on the upper level of the place. She outright mentions the NCR troops don't get issued body armor either. Like, it's canon. Your average NCR trooper is not wearing body armor. Most of the NCR Rangers are wearing, like, slacks and jean jackets. It's really only the NCR heavy troops. who are wearing scavenged power armor, and the black armor veteran rangers who are wearing riot armor, which probably also isn't bulletproof, I would assume. I don't know much about police riot gear, but I would assume it doesn't need to be bulletproof to the same degree as, like, a bulletproof vest. It's probably good against, like, soft impacts and stuff. And the Centurions, by the way, are also canonically wearing scavenged power armor. So, like, actually both factions are way more on par with each other when it comes to armor. Just look at the stat comparison of Legion, like, basic Legion armor and basic NCR armor, if you don't believe me. They are canonically on par. I know it doesn't make, like, the most sense, but the NCR literally doesn't have body armor. You know the hologram woman?
Yeah, don't you? Or guess the keys got lost along with the rest of the hollow archives when the bomb hit, huh? Ghost in name and image.
I think the Legion works... I'm gonna skip some dogs, just talk some more. I think the Legion works as a villain faction. Obviously, Caesar's ideology is horribly flawed, and, like, even outside of just the organizational issues of the Legion, it's one of those things where it's like, they brought peace to Arizona, but, like, at an immense cost, right? Whereas the NCR isn't really able to bring any kind of stability to the Vegas region.
No. Looks like a rooftop in Puesta del Sol. In better days, nice view. Now,
that's kind of what I love about Fallout.
That place during spring, summer, and fall.
Or at least, like, the non-Bethesda Fallouts is, like, all the factions are kind of different levels of crap. They're all kind of flawed. Dude, we'll take Dean Domino to his spot. Basically, to give you the gist of all the dialogue I just skipped, Dean feels that he's the odd man out in this heist group because he doesn't have any specialist skills. Dog has superhuman strength and endurance. Christine clearly has some kind of training and or, like, other abilities. And Dean is just kind of a guy.
Let's head through the hole in the wall there. If we go backstage, we avoid the locals.
New Vegas is really good. People really do argue about it. That's kind of why I like it, and it's kind of why I hate the Fallout TV show. I don't want to talk too much about the TV show because I just don't want to even, like I've not seen it. I'm not gonna hate watch it, but I hate the idea of having a definitive answer of what happened in New Vegas because I feel like that kills all of the fandom discussion that's been going on about this game for decades at this point. Like, I don't care whatever they write. It doesn't matter if my favorite faction is the ones responsible for the destruction of Vegas or not. Whatever they write will never be as cool as what happened in the collective imagination of the fans. Right? I doubt any of you watching the stream are Warhammer fans. Warhammer Fantasy, not 40k fans. But it's very much like the ending of Warhammer Fantasy, where it feels like they're just killing it off for no reason. Like, just for shock value, really. Except, at least in the case of Warhammer Fantasy, they had, like, another game to promise us when Games Workshop killed that off.
What's next?
Yeah, this DLC, I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I have very conflicted feelings about it because I feel like the story thematically is really good, but I feel like the moment-to-moment plot is riddled with a lot of holes. Like, where did Courier 6's gear go? My personal favorite question is, what exactly was Elijah's plan with Dog, right? Because Dog just drops you in front of the in front of the fountain. Like, what if you just slept in another 30 minutes and died, and like everyone in the heist died? Elijah also needs Dog. Needs Dog alive to bring people from his quote-unquote traps to the actual, like, Madre proper to do his heist. So, like, if the collars go off and Dog dies, Elijah's one chance at victory dies, and he is now trapped forever inside the Madre. Like, his plan is so terrible on so many levels. Yeah, Warhammer is really hard to get into. I say this as somebody who has 4 Warhammer books on his shelf. 2 of which are like the big omnibuses, so technically that's 6, 7, 8 books. Technically. It's really hard to get into. And then you've got guys like Arch Warhammer, who like make hour-long videos just talking about how much the Imperial Guard would butt-rape every other fictional setting ever. And it's just like... It's either listening to guys read crappily written Wikipedia articles or guys with no sense of humor talking for too long. Kind of like watching one of my live streams.
Getting real tired of tourist season. No offense, but you guys are.
For the record, for anyone who cares, I don't give a shit about Arch's politics. I just find his humor insufferable. I really don't give a shit if he's a fascist or whatever. He's just boring to listen to, ultimately. Which I think is a face worse than death for someone who's got, like, any kind of political aspirations. Not being able to command a room, not being able to get people to listen to you. I am so lost right now, I'm not even gonna lie. Ah, this way, I think.
Of course.
Through the door. Favorite guardsman regiment. The... I can't remember if it's Praetorian or Praetorian Guard. The guys that look like British expeditionary troops. They're my favorite stylistically. Because they also use the one-shot las rifles. They're super cool.
Going to need a hand here.
Oh my god. It's everywhere, and Dean is just blasting. How much you want to bet I'm not going to be able to land this grenade? I was right. How did she have 3 bars of health? She had no head. Yeah, the ghost people are kind of buggy. Remember what I said earlier? They're supposed to run out of health and then get knocked down and then get back up. But if you cripple a limb, they die permanently. So sometimes it gets a little buggy and like shows them as still having health even after you've killed them. I love the Kriegers. They're cool. All the like different World War I vibes. It's one of those things that I really liked about old Warhammer Fantasy. Is like you can tell the entire setting was kind of made by like history nerds, because every faction is based on like a different. For me, I think I'm gonna die again because I think we just kind of wandered into the hornet's nest. The factions in Warhammer are all like based on like different periods of history and different empires and stuff, and so you get like all these different vibes that people get to geek out over. I've not played Fallout 76 because I don't like multiplayer games very much. I think like 90% of the 400 games in my Steam library are single player only, or I've only ever really played them for the single player content. Most of the games I play are single player only. I don't know, man. There's a lot of, like, really kind of crazy periods in history that aren't really covered in gaming. Like, the French Revolution is a huge deal, right? It formed the basis for, like, the Napoleonic era, informed a lot of what we understand about, like, how modern democracy works. One of, like, the most widely studied periods in history philosophically and like, politically. I can only think of 2 games that are set during the French Revolution. Assassin's Creed Unity, and there's a game on Steam called We the Revolution that's kind of like Ace Attorney, where you play as like a judge during the revolution.
Put on the show. Played better venues, let me tell you. What's that there? Wiring? Looks like it's tied to the sound system in the villa. Except for that snipped section there. So...
God, you're so right. I don't know how many of you have ever played Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. It has this whole, like, mercenary company management system built into it. I want a game like that so bad, where, like, you run your own little company of mercs. Not like Jagged Alliance, before anyone suggests Jagged Alliance, because I don't really like turn-based strategy games. I want, like, an action game like that. If reconnecting the speakers is part of the gala event, that's your job, Dean.
I strike up the speaker system. There's going to be ghosts all over this place. Any change in the sounds around here? The ghost people are not big on talking. They are big on listening. Hunting. Killing. More vicious than music critics, trust me.
Okay, if I clear out all the ghost people in the area, will you change your mind, Dean?
No, you want to know why? Because there's more beneath the streets, in the buildings, and no, everywhere else. They hear anything out of the ordinary, especially music screaming through the speakers when I close the connection. They'll be here fast.
Maybe there's something I can do to seal the area off.
You can look all you want. I still feel safer with a pair of hologram escorts to make it through the area.
I promise you we will never get a game set in Cambodia, because that would low-key kind of require a probably American studio to acknowledge the war crimes committed, not in Vietnam, but in Cambodia by the Americans during the Vietnam Civil War. Bit of a joke. If you're big into history, there's a really good manga series I recommend called it's literally called Cat Shit 1. I don't know where the name comes from, but it's set during the Vietnam War, and it's all about the American operations to destroy the Ho Chi Minh Trail. And it's like really well researched, really historically accurate, and full of like nightmarish violence as well, because that's kind of how the Vietnam War was. But I really recommend it if you're like a big history nerd like me. I doubt you'll be able to find a physical copy anywhere in the world because it wasn't that popular. But I really liked it. No, don't spoil it for the people in chat, just in case someone else looks it up. Please let other people discover it for themselves. don't even really know where I'm going. I'm kind of lost. I've not really been paying totally. Well, that's a lie. I've been paying attention. I know what my objective is. I just don't remember how to do it. It's been a while since I played this. No, it is literally called Cat Shit 1. That is like actually the name of it. I think the name, if memory serves, it was the author's handle when he was writing for his like school newspaper. I think. And I don't know why he chose it, but it's just what he came up with, and then it became the title of his manga for Indus. I guess it's because all the characters are animals? I also don't know why all the characters are animals. I think that's just another one of those, like, oh, Japan, you're so quirky kind of moments. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate the subscription. Really, I just like having people in chat to talk with so that it's not just me having a schizophrenic meltdown the entire time that I'm here.
Check the fountains.
Yeah, I know where the other computer is. It's like upstairs over there, but I can't remember how to get over there. When I run around on the ground, it seems like all the doors are locked, and like I can't jump through this. Go that way. I don't remember how to get into this building at all. Because this is a loading screen, right? Yeah, that's a loading screen, so we don't want to go that way. That's another barred door that's actually just a texture. There's clearly, like, a door there. So I guess I have to go around the other side somewhere? Like, I go in here, right? And this is probably a load. No, that's a black door. Black door? Yeah, that's just a texture as well. Got the joys of old PC gaming. Just wander around. Is this a door or is it just a texture on the wall? I don't know. Maybe I can go through here. Through. Yeah, it really is. Otherwise, they just put you in a rubber room because you talk to yourself too much. I like doing, like, kind of chill streams like this. Yeah, there's been a bunch of, like, really bizarre Wikipedia edits going around lately. I know there's one guy who spent 10 years of his life, like, editing Wikipedia and contributing to get admin privileges. And then all he does is go around to elections, quote unquote, outside the Anglosphere, and edit the election results page and get rid of the complicated infographics that show like how every single party and every single politician, like what percentages of the vote they got. And just replace them with, like, really simplified infographics. And that's all he's been doing on Wikipedia. I don't know why. Cat Shit 1, I think, does have rats. I don't know what you mean by did it have rats. I don't know what you mean by that. Because I remember in Cat Shit 1, to backtrack on the topic a tiny bit, all of the different ethnicities of people involved are all different animals. So the Americans are all rabbits, the Russians are bears, I think the Chinese are cats, if I remember right.
You powered the holograms up? Well, yeah, that's pretty good protection. Sure worked at the fountain. But, how do I know the power won't suddenly go up?
Like, if yours stayed powered up for like 200 years, those holograms will stay powered up for the next 8 hours at least.
Well, yeah. You got a point. All right, look. If the holograms are here to keep me company, then I don't mind staying here for a while. But listen, when this thing goes off, try and get into the Sierra Madre without me. You'll wish you hadn't.
Yeah, Wikipedia editing wars are so funny. There's probably, I don't remember who made it. There's a video on YouTube somewhere called the Wikipedia Mommy Milkers Trial. Go watch that if you're into Wikipedia edit wars. One of my favorites that I remember, like, witnessing was the Star Wars fandom wiki, I think it was. I can't remember which Star Wars wiki it was. It was the Wikipedia. That's how I remember which one it was. And I don't remember if that's fandom or if that's, like, an actual proper Wikia page. They had a war because someone created an article all about breasts. This is not the mommy milker trial. This is separate. But it was kind of the same thing where some really horny degenerate just wanted to talk about all the different breasts in the Star Wars universe. And the arguments that went on about, like, keeping the page and getting rid of it. Like, oh my god, what a time to be on the internet. It's a hologram on the fountain, what about it? She rolls her eyes, opens her mouth, and stops, face tensing up in frustration. Circles her finger around the fountain and moves her fingers and forth. Frowns. Show her the Pip-Boy. She's gonna start slapping it. I'm just gonna stand here and wait. You think he wants you to go to the Puesta del Sol switching station? You know, there's a real chance Christine has seen all the hardcore pornography I keep stashed on my Pip-Boy now. I don't want to know what the hideous and blood-curdling poob/ploob is. There's probably been more Wikipedia editing wars over breasts and things. I know the 4chan operated tabletop gaming wiki 2D 4chan had multiple editing wars about having a page dedicated to boob armor. I remember that was a thing. Yeah, my limbs are still crippled. I almost want to walk back to the, yeah, because you can't fast travel. I almost want to walk back to the thing to get my leg fixed. I don't know why people, okay. Like Christine is badass. But I know some people who are, like, really obsessed with her. And I just can't see it. Like, I know people who relate to her so hard, and I'm sorry, but I just can't follow it. Yeah, Cat Shit 1 is great. I picked up the first issue of the manga at a local bookstore while looking for other mangas, because I buy, like, old secondhand books all the time. That's how I get most of my reading done. Like, I have a gigantic stack of books on the corner of my desk that is just, like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 books high of just old used books that I've bought that I intend to read. On my vacation, I read nothing but old used books that I brought with me. I also ended up buying a copy of The Art of War, because I found it in a consignment shop. I'm not gonna read those subtitles. You guys can read them in your own heads. I'm sorry, but I don't have the energy to do that and read chat and do my own dialogue and not explode. Do I have Radaway? Because I'm gonna drink from that fountain if I... No, I don't. Oh, no, I do. Probably come back and drink from it when I leave then. Oh, good luck getting Berserk secondhand. I've been collecting manga ever since I was like 10 or 11 years old. Before I even really knew that manga was Japanese. I was at the same bookstore that I've been going to all these years. And and my parents let me buy 2 books. They let me buy the first issue of a really kind of crap shonen series called Mar, M-A-R. Don't really recommend it. And they let me buy the first issue of the Hellsing manga at age 10. So if you ever... I'm not sure what just happened there. If you ever wonder why I am the way I am, it's because I was allowed to read Hellsing. And I've been trying to collect all of the Hellsing manga ever since then. Even though I've like read it all online and I've seen the I haven't seen the original OVA, but I've seen Ultimate multiple times. Like 3 or 4 times through. Okay, seriously, am I dying of the cloud? Sorry, I stopped. Yeah, I must be dying of the cloud. I stopped to look at chat for a split second there and didn't realize I was still in the cloud. Sorry. I keep tormenting one of my friends because he's a big fan of Berserk. I keep like lightly, jocularly bashing the series and just driving him insane. I don't know if you've ever played the old PlayStation fighting game Soul Calibur, but the character Siegfried is like blatantly inspired by Guts, and I kept making jokes about how Berserk ripped off Siegfried's Soul Calibur, and he just got so mad about it. It was hilarious. I have not seen Evangelion. Although I do want to watch the Shin Kamen Rider, the movie that's based on the original first season of Kamen Rider, and I know that was directed by the guy who made Evangelion. For anyone who needs encouragement to watch the first season of the original Kamen Rider, Hideo Kojima, God, declared the first season of Kamen Rider to be the greatest piece of Japanese television ever made. So if that's anything to go by, that's why you should watch it. The vent switch, by the way, I think it lessens the amount of cloud in this building, but raises the amount of cloud outside of here. Soul Calibur had a Spawn crossover, yeah. If you played the Xbox 360 version of Soul Calibur, not the Xbox 360, the original Xbox version of Soul Calibur 2, you could play a Spawn in that. Sadly, because of that, PlayStation gamers like me, the guy who made Spawn, Todd McFarlane, he got permission to design his own character for the PS2 version of the game. We got Necrid, aka the worst character in the history of Soul Calibur. Like, he's just hideously ugly, and he also doesn't have a unique moveset. He's a copy character. GameCube gamers got to play as Link, which will forever make me mad. Yeah, look, I need you to operate the computer here, Christine. She looks at the elevator, glances back to you. Basically, the gist of this conversation is we need Christine to go down the elevator, but she doesn't want to because she's claustrophobic. Because, you know, she was locked inside of that auto dock. Alright, let's see if we can find another way to do it. I think we need to get the password for that terminal somehow. I don't know. I'm sad that we had to get Necrid on the PS2 version of it. Sad. I would have liked to play as Spawn. I would have liked to play as Link. Just gonna cheat. I don't even know what... Okay, yeah. I thought that terminal might have something to do with it, and I thought I might have broken it, and I might have to jam Christine in there, so I was just like, I'll just cheat, look in here, And if it does have something to do with it, I'll just jam her back in there. Here we go. I'll just do the bad guy option. But no, we have the password for the remote terminal. I really like a doctor's bag so that I could stop limping through all of the danger that requires me to move at high speed, but that's not happening. I'm just suffering. I hope the new Wolverine game is good. It looked good when it got leaked. Yeah, can we just... Thank you. Hey, Christine. Look, I can use that terminal. You better appreciate it. It's gonna be a big
The bell tower. That's where you'll trigger the Gale event. It's a ways up. I'm sure you'll find a way to climb up there.
Yeah, so now we need to get to our position, because our job is not just facilitator. We actually have a role in this whole heist. Seriously, do I not have any doctor's bags? Because I'm playing on hardcore, so I can't just use stem packs to heal my limbs either. And, like, I could walk all the way back to the doctor building, but that would take forever, and I'd probably just get my limbs crippled again. I'd probably end up with more crippled limbs leaving there. I'm kind of excited for the new Marvel vs. Capcom game that they announced. But, I don't know. I almost got the Capcom Fighting Collection on PC, but they added some DRM to it that, like, just made it unplayable. That makes me sad. Same thing happened with Monster Hunter World. I had an older PC when it first came out, and I could run it. I had to run it on low settings, but it would run. And then they dropped Iceborne, and Iceborne added another layer of DRM, and I could barely even launch the game on my old PC. It runs fine now on my new PC, but it's like a 8-year-old game at this point, I think, and it takes, like, almost everything that my current PC can put out to run that game. Oh, shit. I like this. I like it when games have, like, signposts like this and you actually have to navigate with them. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh my god. That does sound scary. While I was on vacation, I took my... Because I have a PS2 Slim, so I took that with me. But I also took my laptop with me. It's like a 2005 Lenovo ThinkPad. I got that thing running Windows 7. Running unmodified Deus Ex. Let's get some doctor's bags and let's fix this freaking leg. There we go. You want to talk about a technical mess, that laptop? Oh my god. It runs Half-Life. It runs Half-Life. That's about all I can say for it. And Quake. And, like, you really need more than that? No. You don't. Yeah. Deus Ex Game of the Year edition. Oof. I can see why the revision mod is so popular. Hey. God damn it! Stop, please. Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna explode. I'm not gonna explode. I'm going to live forever. I don't know if they're even gonna make Half-Life 3. Because Valve was making a like a hero shooter called Deadlock. That got revealed. Everyone hated it. I hate it. Everyone hates it. Nobody wants to play Deadlock. And then Valve, like, last night at, like, 3 in the fucking morning, I think? Valve banned, like, 7,000 bot accounts from Steam. And, like, massively improved Team Fortress 2. Which I don't think is gonna last, I'm gonna be honest. Because they have done absolutely nothing to address the fact that people bought the hell out of their multiplayer games. Fun fact, if you I don't know if it's still, I don't think it still works. But if you got into CS2, when it first came out, right? If you adjusted your mouse sensitivity, or if you have one of those gamer mice that can, like, change your mouse sensitivity without... I saw the bear trap, look down, and stepped in it. Fuck. If you have a gamer mouse that can, like, change its sensitivity, like mine, I can just press a couple buttons and then the mouse goes apeshit. Right? It's like now it's like normal, and now it's like I can move my mouse like an inch and do like a 360. If you have a mouse like mine, you could play CS2, turn your mouse DPI up, move your mouse cursor, and get banned instantly because the AI system that they developed. And yeah, it's AI, it's artificial intelligence that Valve is using to moderate their games, because they're fucking stupid, would instantly lifetime ban you from CS2. Just for changing your mouse sensitivity in the middle of a match. It was pretty horrible for a while there. I have friends who have back bans on their account from doing just that. Or at least that's what they tell me. I don't know, it could be something else. The thing that makes me really angry about the whole save TF2 thing is, like, it's been going on for years, okay? TF2 has been in a state of significant decline for a very long time. Valve, and I could kind of understand it, because Valve they are working on a new anti-cheat system with CS2. Like a whole new anti-cheat system. They're talking about using really sophisticated programs to detect bot accounts as soon as they're created. And, like, that's all really well and good, and I can totally understand that, like, it's too much work to port all of that to TF2 because the game is so old. But they keep it around anyway because people still buy crates. That's just why it is. Keys are still massively inflated because people are still buying them. And every time you hear save TF2, you know what I get ads for every time I start looking at TF2 channels doing the whole save TF2 thing? Illegal crate gambling websites. And nobody has the cojones to say, alright, no more buying keys, no more buying Tour of Duty tickets, no more buying Steam Marketplace items of any sort for TF2 until Valve fixes the game. Right? At the end of the day, there are a bunch of gambling addicts who can't control themselves. Technically, the botting programs aren't actually AI. But, like, yeah, they're using, like, AI models and shit to try and make their anti-cheat work. It's really complicated. I don't pretend to fully understand it all myself. But as I've had it explained to me, they're using the same kind of, like, self-learning stuff that Google and ChatGPT use to teach the banning system how to recognize bot accounts. If you were to create a bot account on Steam right now, the bot comes with a little macro program that automatically downloads a bunch of free games like TF2 and CS2. It automatically goes and buys those games. So the idea is that this self-learning AI can study known bot accounts and understand how these macros work to navigate the Steam store, and then ban accounts that are using macros, or at the very least, like, flag them as potential bot accounts. So it's not like the whole process is automated, from what I understand, there would still be human oversight needed to approve a ban, and bans of this nature could still be overturned by a human. So it's not like if you made a Steam account today and you went and you downloaded TF2, you would just be instantly banned because you downloaded a free video game. Oh, I see that bear trap. My bet is on Fallout 5. I think Valve has no interest in making a third Team Fortress. I think Valve has proven that their next big multiplayer thing is going to be Deadlock. Unless the fan response to Deadlock was so violent that Valve has just decided to, like, stop development of the game completely, which they've done in the past, right? There have been games that have been, like, 90% done, and then Valve is like, nope, shelve it. So that could happen to Deadlock, but I kind of doubt it. I think Deadlock proves that even if it's not Deadlock, it will be something. It will be a new property. I'm gonna really quickly save the game because we're at about the halfway point of the DLC right now, and I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'm gonna take a biology break. So you guys just enjoy listening to the bell for a few minutes here. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Just a much. Also, I'm back. Hi.
Let me link the callers to the speaker in the tower, then. There.
I'm not gonna tap on my
The
microphone.
both of us. I'll keep Dog locked in his cage. You just open the Sierra Madre.
Come on, partner. So close now. Stage is set. Strike up the band. Just get ready to run when you do, and I sure will.
I don't know what Bethesda's next move is gonna be.
Finally. Now, the gates will open, and so will the skies.
We're gonna get real, Bob. Careful what you wish for, Serial. Careful. Anyway, we're just gonna... No, not that way. We're just gonna break it. Oh, goodness. I don't know why the game is suddenly running at, like, significantly lower frame rate than it was before. Ow! Ah, my head! Why? Ah! Oh, hey, please, Dr. Bag? No? Fuck. I don't know which way to go. I've always been really bad at this section of the game. I've always been so bad at this part. Beeping, why am I beeping? Make the beeping stop. Oh, please. Dr. Bags. No. Ah. God damn it. Oh, hey, cigarette packs. Cool, I can return those. Still no, eh? God. Okay, return outfit item. That might help a little bit. I don't have any outfit items. Okay, we're fixing my head so I can stop this from happening. Thank you. Oh, this way. I remember this trap. We disarmed this. Die instantly. God. Swear word. Trenton, I'm gonna ask you to go to my channel, go to the search thing, and search Dead Money secret ending. I was the guy who blew the lid off of that secret ending. I made a whole video showcasing how to get through Elijah's dialogue tree and like listing the requirements for it. And then a couple months after I made that video, god damn it, this is the wrong way. After I made that video, every Fallout content channel was talking about it, and like there were YouTube shorts about it and everywhere. I think every one of them got the idea from me. That's my paranoia talking. I don't really believe that. But I'm pretty sure I created one of the first videos mentioning that ending on YouTube. I probably got the idea from someone else's YouTube video in all fairness. Yep, that was my video. That was me years ago. All of my most popular content is like 7+ years old. It's all like these little all these little like, did you know this video game secret? Hey, did you know what happens if you kill the Brotherhood of Steel and then talk to Veronica? To go. I'm so lost right now. I've gotten so turned around. And like, I'm just desperately trying not to fight all of those people. Ah, for God's sakes. At least I haven't been hit in the head with a spear. Insert the death music right now. Okay, it's coming. I'm actually gonna quick save before we go outside, just in case. Because I don't want to die again in the same field. I don't know about regularly, but I do go live pretty often. I usually try to stream at least once a week. I kind of promised my friend Bryce that we would stream some Lego Batman sometime. But I don't know when he's going to be... Oh, I don't know when he's going to be available to do that. Because, like, our schedules don't always align. Oh my god, I'm gonna freaking die here. I'm so lost. Take the last pack at least, I guess. I don't know what I'm gonna... Oh my god. I don't know what I'm gonna live stream once FNV is done. I've had some thoughts. I've considered Deus Ex, because I really like that game. I've also considered doing Vampire the Masquerade, but I don't really like that game as much. Ow. Is this the right way? If you guys have like any suggestions for games you want to see me play, please, by all means, because I'm creatively bankrupt and I will steal your ideas. It's a joke. What the heck is the New California mod? I don't think I've heard of that one. Just for the record, I usually prefer running games that I've already beaten, because the odds of me making a streamer brain mistake are lower, so it's less humiliating. There's also just less me fumbling around trying to learn the game. Please, please, I don't want to blow up, I don't want to blow up, I don't want to blow up, please. And also, like, that way I know, sort of, if the game is even, like, streamable, as it were. Because I don't want to stream a game and then suddenly have, like, some horrible thing happen, and it's like, oh my god, I can't show this on stream, you know? That's the big reason. I don't own Division 2. The newest console I own is a 360. I got my first gaming PC around the time they announced the Xbox One coming out. Yeah, they're shutting down a lot of old games. It's really sad. Oh my god. And then, okay, at least for now, there's no more ghost people. For the little bit that's in here.
You inside. Can you hear me? Power is fluctuating. Emergency power. Oh, you are in. Good. Thought that might be the end of you. Unfortunately, your friends also found their way here. Knocked unconscious, just like you. Wondering what happened? You were hit by casino security. Detects anything far radioactive. It subdues the visitor. Moves them if needed. Getting interference from old recordings. The guests who were trapped here shut that noise off. Looks like the casino moved your friends around once inside. Might be useful or not. Wonder if they came to help or kill you. Still, my signal should
came because they didn't want to die with them.
Welcome to the Sierra Madre in all its glory.
That would be a sick mod, actually, Serial.
Stood for, even with bombs about to rain down on them. Now, look at it.
The death messages are one of the best parts of the older Fallout games.
Better this way. Quiet. How the Mojave should be. Now, with the casino sleeping, it's got places closed off. Won't let you go yet. We'll get there. Trust me. Just need to wake it up.
Frank was such a cool character, too.
This is the past you're walking through. Few have ever
Okay, so welcome to my least favorite part of this DLC. These hologram dudes can't be killed, and they do a shitload of damage.
Give me what I need. You're always welcome back. Now, look for a way to wake this ghost up. Remind it, it's got guests.
I don't know why Elijah's dialogue is suddenly, like, so crunchy. Like, that's the way it is in the game, like, at all times. It's not a stream thing, or like a mod thing or something. That's just how Elijah's dialogue is in this game. Yes, please, puppy guard the stairs that I need to go to complete the DLC. That's really great of you, jerk. Yeah. I'm gonna level with you guys. I usually don't take the gold because it just breaks the in-game economy even harder. I mean, I might. I'm probably gonna empty my inventory and just take as much of it as I can. Nice thing about the holograms, by the way, they're completely deaf. They can't react to sound or light, actually. They only react to seeing you, so you can have your Pip-Boy light on. They work. I hope you guys remember the doctor's office we rescued Christine from, because that was our sole introduction to these things. With high enough repair skill or a high enough science skill, we can shut them off, and that disables the holograms. Oh, it didn't disable that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I said it at the start that, like, the holo rifle kind of breaks this DLC if you're an energy weapons build, because it's arguably the best or second best energy weapon in the game, barring the alien blaster, which I bar because it has extremely limited ammo. thank God, an auto dock, I can heal my limbs. I don't know why the auto docks in this can't heal your health. I don't think that's ever given an explanation. Like, obviously, it's just so that you can't just infinitely heal, but... I have to actually hack this one. It's either the hollow rifle or the LAER. I like the best one. Oh, there we go. Weird. I forget which one of those patterns is correct, but we'll figure it out. I wonder if I can just make a break for it. But I can't. Yep, that door is locked. If you ever want to talk about Fallout bugs, someone made like a 30-minute video listing every single bugged perk in Fallout New Vegas. Oh, there we go. Now there was one. Now I wonder if I can make a break for it. Yeah, it's like 30 minutes, and it's like almost every single perk in the game either has a there we go. Either has like a bug or doesn't work 100% as advertised.
Damn recordings. Dead echoes in the
Anyway, you guys ready to sit here and watch me play roulette for the rest of the stream?
opening up its vendor and gambling programs in the back casino. Still might be something for sale. Maybe something can help you now security's shut down. After you're done looking around, head to the lobby and we'll deal with you, friends. Casino's woken up, paying attention to us. Good. Wondering what happened to your team?
You've said like 7 times, Elijah. I know what happened to them. Oh my god, man.
Maybe that's why. Perhaps the casino recognized specific guests, or guests with a voice or look close enough for them to be assigned to that floor. We'll see. Had hoped with the power restored, the systems would fully awaken. Especially the sound archives. But no. Your teammates' callers on each floor are interfering with the systems. It's the white noise filters embedded in their construction. They're blocking the casino speakers, the music. You'll need to recalibrate or destroy each caller. To do that, you need to get close. Reset.
We don't actually need to listen to him. I don't know why I'm putting it. Oh, that's.
No use to us.
So basically, Dog is going to burn this whole place down.
Must be a back entrance to the kitchen. Check the main
There it is. Right, that's the key we need right here. Yeah, there we go. Man, I'm hungry. I'm gonna finish this stream pretty soon, and then I think I'm gonna go eat, like, an entire horse. Raw. Oh yeah, by the way, fun fact, in case you want to know how ridiculous the lore of this DLC is, Please stop interrupting me, Elijah. Thank you. The vending machines, they literally generate the items you buy, like, from nothing. I think if I shoot, it's gonna blow everything up, so...
Tired of you, tired of place. Master will
help us. Please let me help us. If you don't...
So Dog is kind of having a bit of a meltdown right now.
Back in the cage. Stop what you're doing.
We can talk him out of it, but I don't have the charisma and the other skills necessary. I think there's one more back where I started. But I do have the sneak skills to sneak around on him to pull this off. It occurs to me that I forgot that I could pick up the assassin suit in this DLC, and I could be wearing that right now. I'm not.
The reason I have to take control is... Master. Master set me down. You?
Oh, no, no, no. No, I'm shooting you. I literally just shot you with a 32. Well, good luck with your oil change. Don't... Remember to actually drain the oil and not just put fresh oil in. Don't be that guy who hydrolocks the engine with oil. Good night, Serial. Thank you for stopping by.
Kind to Dog.
Stop trying to interrupt me. I'm trying to kill you because this is supposed to be me killing you, Aller. Oh god, I'm going to die. I kind of realized just now that I'm not wearing, like, any armor as well, which is probably making this even harder on myself. Yeah, okay, we're doing that over.
Master set me free. Dog needs to.
Do I have anything better than the guns that I had to... Oh, I have a frag grenade. Ooh! I have a frag grenade!
If you do this, we both die. Dog wants to die. Don't carry.
Alright, chat, I have a frag grenade.
Tired of place. Master will
help us. Please let me help us.
You?
What the fuck? No!
Kind to Dog.
0 out of 10. I can't pants explode Dog. Oh, well, at least I have the mod that lets me cook grenades. Which don't seem to damage Dog at all, by the way. Oh my god.
Master set me free. Dog needs to.
Listen to me.
Oh, trust me, dude. I've seen some people pull some really boneheaded repairs. I don't even need to be a professional mechanic to see that shit.
Dog wants to die. Don't carry. Tired of you. Tired of place. Master will
help us. Please let me help us. If you don't, then you're going to make us.
Okay. So I can't reverse pickpocket him, so I'm just gonna throw grenades at him in vats and hope it works. The grenade's not damaging him. Is he immune to grenades or something? Like, I can hear them damaging me. Like, hang on, did that even do any damage? No, he literally is immune to grenades. They don't even do any damage.
Master set me free. Dog needs to
Listen to me. If you do this, we both
die. Dog. You?
No, stop talking to me. I am literally shooting at you. I don't want to do your dialogue. Leave me alone, dog. Please stop. Ow. I don't know why I took 2 medic shots instead of 1, but hey. We're balling on morphine right now.
Kind to
Stop
dog.
initiating dialogue with me. I am literally killing you to death right now. I officially hate dealing with dog, I think. I was all gonna be funny. I was gonna reverse pickpocket a grenade onto him, but nah. No fun allowed. That's what I mean about this DLC would have worked better outside of an RPG. It's so... a lot of it feels like it was really designed around a certain build. Yeah, I know dog has died. I just shot him like 20 bajillion times with the hollow rifle. Hang on, can I... No, okay. Oh, that's right. I need the maintenance pass key from dog to open the door, I think. There we go. There we go. 1 down, 2 to go. Stop at the auto dock and heal myself a bunch. Well, heal myself as much as this thing can anyway. Heal all my crippled limbs. So who's next? Forget. Oh, it's Dean.
You've got one of the floors reestablished. Good. Accessing the music archive now. To order. It seems the casino has uninvited guests. The villa inhabitants were pounding at the doors. Now they found a way in. Deal with them, and don't try and leave yourself, or I'll let the collar do its work.
Not entirely sure. I guess Elijah's just saying he'll set the collars off. Although, that would still leave him literally trapped in here forever because he's trapped somewhere in the casino and he can't progress into the vault while we're still alive. That's why he needs me to kill everybody. I'm not entirely sure what Elijah's plan would be in that scenario. Again, I don't think his strat makes much sense. I wish this whole exchange with Dean coming up, I really wish there was like a renegade interrupt option to just like shoot him in the middle of his stupid monologue.
Finally, a friendly face.
Finally, a friendly face.
Up here. In
And just
a
shoot
bit
him.
of a predicament here. Had to duck backstage, take a powder. The audience is a little murderous tonight.
How the hell did you get up there?
No idea. Woke up here, thought I was dreaming for a second. Right back on the stage, the mic. Thought I was back at the Franz. Well, except no audience used to pack theaters back then. So, stepped up on the stage, checked things out. Then suddenly, holograms walked out of the wings. They started raising their hands to their heads, all creepy-like. Not a good sign.
Didn't see any security coming in, only the speakers.
Look, those ghosts are going to come out of the wings behind you in a second. The security types, not the friendly, bald types. And if you got in here, the door's probably locked tight behind you, so don't back up or run for the exit. You're not going to make it. Trust me. As soon as you can, run to the door to the left. Use the key you got out of the music rag there and camp out. As bad as things are, it's going to get a lot worse if either of us pops. So get backstage until we get a better plan.
Wait, and you said to your left or my left?
What? Oh, my left. Your right. So, yeah, run to the door on your right. Yeah, the theater piped...
Yeah. So basically if you pass his dialogue checks, Dean, gives, like, a little... oh, it's this door here. He gives you, like, a bunch of clues about what's coming, but I already know, because I've played this DLC, like, 50 squidjillion times. So I already know kind of the whole game, like the back of my hand. No, please, I don't want to explode, thank you. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I'm gonna start touching your stuff, Dean. Sorry. I don't know how he knows what room I'm in. He can't really, like, see me or anything. Guess he's just that good. I don't know. Dean is really friendly to me because I've been kind of like, I don't want to use the word submissive because I know Chad is going to take it the wrong way, but I've been really like submissive and just kind of following his orders. If you use a lot of speech checks and try to like manipulate him, he starts to view you as kind of like a threat, and he instead tries to get you killed deliberately here.
The stage manager's old German. Damn it. Well, so much for that idea.
I think it's kind of neat. It's again one of those things where like there's a lot of attention to detail. Why am I still beeping?
Look, that's Vera's room. So careful what you touch in there. Be yourself.
Careful what you touch in there. Don't accidentally discover the blackmail tape that I left there. For some reason, Dean's blackmail tape is really like cut. He only says the opening line pretty as a picture. He doesn't say like the whole rest of it. Anyway, we might be about to get banned because I'm pretty sure this plays like the whole song. So we might be about to go into settings, go into audio, go into radio and turn that down all the way. Is that gonna be it? Nope. Settings, audio, music. That gonna be it? Nope, that's not gonna be it either. I don't want to play this whole song on my stream, please. Is it an effect? Oh, yeah, okay. I don't want to get this stream taken down because I've accidentally played a whole clip. That happened with my first episode. I played all of Big Iron because it was on the in-game radio. If I remember right, Dean doesn't come down here until like after the show has finished. So we're just gonna fly through the wall here with Toggle.
Now deal with the Ghoul.
There we go.
This has gone on long enough.
Nice job. Good thing I was. Oh, those electric.
Let's just turn that back.
Ghosts aren't the kind of audience I
There
like
we go.
the best of times. At least the ones in the villa had manners. Don't even know how I ended up here. Guess the casino still recognizes guests, even after all this time, huh? How's that for history?
Yeah, lucky us. I love getting shot at by pre-war demons.
Look, I'm more about the short goodbyes than long, thankful speeches. But I appreciate you bailing me out of a tight spot there, partner. I know you didn't do it out of the goodness of your heart. So let me give you something a little more practical. A way we both come out ahead.
What do you mean?
I'm not an idiot. I know the reason I'm in here now is because of the old guy. And you. And you're wearing a collar, so I trust you a little more than the old guy. He's more controlling than I'd like. Thing is, here's where being my partner pays off. See, I know how to get into the casino vault.
Tell me.
Elevators up in the executive suites. Voice activated. Speak the right phrase in the right tone of voice, and it's open sesame. I was able to snag the voice, or thought I had. The right tone and phrasing, well, that may take some time. No, that I still had to figure out. Still do. Sinclair wrote stuff down, was obsessive about it. Just got to find where. So here's the short of it. Piece together Little Miss Viriki's song in the right order. Sierra Madre opens its legs, we're in business. Go! Knock yourself out. I'm just gonna catch my breath.
Yeah, about that, Dean, I'm killing you. I just can't, okay. Dean is so shady. He knows so much about this place, and he's been here for like how many 100 years, just kind of sitting around, waiting, biding his time. Do you really think you can trust him? Like, sincerely from the bottom of your heart, is this a trustworthy guy? No, he's not. Also, I'm mad because I couldn't reverse pickpocket, I got caught. I couldn't reverse pickpocket, Dog, because every time I touched him, it activated his dialogue. His perception. Come on, let me have this game. Okay, one more try, and if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna shoot him. Alright, we're just shooting him. He's turned into veggie spread. Yeah, like real talk, seriously, no jokes. Dean is blatantly not trustworthy, and I really can't justify leaving him alive.
Another fragment. Good. Almost have the entirety of what I need from the music archives. Once you have the last fragment, you can thread the archives together at the main floor terminal.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. His tuxedo doesn't have a unique female model.
Find the view and deal with her. She's somewhere on this floor. Floor's buzzing with emitter signatures. Watch out for holograms.
If it's who I think it is, this is Christine.
Hey, Christine.
In what looks like an old world hotel room. Glass.
So far to be here.
2 doors. Exit sealed. All doors are locked down. Security's activated.
Please.
And emitter signals are lighting up all over this floor. I'll do what I
We all
can from
pay
here.
for what we've done.
Floor's got holographic
I'm so
security.
sorry, Sinclair.
Latest tech.
Sorry.
Field of view targeting systems. Primitive. Familiar. Should be able to rewire them. Failing that, shoot them. Although, that'll alert the others. They're on a linked patrol pattern. Floor looks like it protected the guests too well. Check the suite. Found the holographic woman from the villa fountain. Picking up that interference frequency, same as the villa.
Claire, where did you
Floor's
go?
live with speakers.
Why did you
and
leave me
radios.
here?
Keep an ear out. Watch the walls. Doors on this floor are all operated manually in an emergency.
Sinclair!
Locked up tight. There's
Sinclair!
key cards around somewhere. Looks like security systems did more to kill the people here than the bomb did.
Ghosts.
Hope there's a way out of this casino.
Still being recorded by the holographic system.
Yeah. So the holograms are all of Vera, who was the last person alive in here. And, all of the holograms just are endlessly repeating, like, her last words over and over and over again. And it's pretty fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. One door open. I think it's that terminal, the easy terminal there, that gives you the recipe for the glowing 1000-degree knife, which I can't hack because my science skills in hacking. Can't go that way. Can I go this way then? I must be. Nope, can't go through there. Now I can go. There we go. Now go this way.
Sinclair? Sinclair, I'm trapped. Please. God, these security systems won't we all pay for what we've done. I'm so sorry, Sinclair. Sorry,
You made
Hey,
it.
Christine.
Good. First to talk. I'll keep this quick in case my voice goes out. Good luck. He's not an...
There's Vera. She's dead. You could bug Christine for more information about her, but basically she was dying of some terminal illness, and she had her little panic attack, said her speech that's being quoted by all the holograms here, and then took a lethal overdose of morphine and died. Pretty grim. Not really anything funny or clever I can say about that. Not gonna lie. I just don't want to bumble through Christine's dialogue and... Here we go. So now we've got, I don't really understand it, but we're somehow able to fix all the collars, and now we have to go back to the main entrance and touch some stuff there. This is a part of the DLC that I just actually hate.
Go to the main lobby terminal, thread the music sequence together.
Because you just have to run back to the other side of the room, touch that terminal 4 times, and then walk back over here. I feel like this really could have been done better, especially since you can't go after the other members of the heist crew in whatever order you want. Like, you have to go after them in this order. Right? Because as long as Dog is alive, the whole place is basically on lockdown. As long as Dean is alive, we can't come in here, and then Christine's
You're back. You sure you still want me here? Collars and all?
Yeah, look, I need your help to open the elevator.
You did. Looks like even the old world can't keep you out when you've got a mind to get in. So, I just rasp out some words and the vault opens? That woman, the starlet, she didn't build this place. Why would the builder do that?
I have no idea, but can we just please unlock it? Get out of here.
If you go down there, are you prepared? What if you don't come back?
If we stay here, well, we're just gonna die, so... Die now, die later.
Just wanted to make sure you're ready. When you go down there, that may be it for us. We won't be needed anymore. The one who made these collars, he'll follow you down there.
That's why you're waiting, and you're gonna kill him if I don't.
I can't let him leave here. Look, you've done so much, and he's not gonna show himself until you go down there.
Yeah, I don't get this one at all.
I can't let go. You have to promise me.
I'm going to torture that old man. Trust me, okay?
No.
Yeah. So we get her to say the magic word, she opens the thing. I know I'm skipping a lot of dialogue here. Just don't. I don't like this story for these characters all that much, and I don't know. The next part of this is going to be like actual torture. I hate the vault sequence so much.
But know when to let go.
I won't lie, when I play this casually, I use a lot of God mode for this part because it's just tedious. That's our goal, that's the vault, but because it is a video game, we have to take the super circuitous long way around. You can't just go directly to the goal. Because it is a video game. I love having such a terribly low movement speed and having to do sections that depend incredibly on speed and precise reflexes in a game where the movement system is just not very good. Like, I love this game, but like... God! I hate this vault so much. Like, yeah, welcome to quick save hell, I guess. It's really the only way you're gonna make any progress here. I didn't even stop to aim my shot properly. Nailed it, still blew up. I love the jank-ass first-person aim in this game. Again, I gotta be quick, but like, I literally can't be. The game, I'm fighting the essence of the game's control setup here. Oh, thank you. I really needed to level up right now. Fucking hell. Let me out. Nope, that's still not enough. I'm still gonna... Sick guy. What the f- I'm going to cry now. Stop leveling me up, please. Like, seriously, where's the other speaker? Finally, how many tries did that take? Like 6? Oh boy, and now it's a stealth section with unkillable enemies. My favorite. I hate everything about this fucking section. It's all of the gimmick mechanics from the entire DLC being thrown at you at once. And there's like a fucking locked door that we have to figure out how to unlock that I don't remember how to unlock either. And of course, you can't just shut off the guards or anything. No, that would be too easy. Letting you do it your way. I like that. Like, I see that terminal over there. I assume that has something helpful. Like, I also can't just sit still and, like, ponder the level design and try to figure out where I'm expected to go, because I'll fucking explode. Hate this section, dude. This is, like, the worst part of the whole game. Oh, yeah, 100 repair skill required, lol. Fuck off, please. And they do ridiculous, like even in vanilla Fallout New Vegas, I think this guy's two-shot you crazy strong for some stupid reason. No, that doesn't stop them. Flipping the switch labeled off does nothing. So cool. Let me guess. Yeah, 100 repair skill required. Funny. Good joke. Blowing up because my collar went off. Oh my god. This is why I god mode through this section on all of my casual playthroughs. It's just shit. I think if I blow up that generator, something might happen. Oh, there we go. That grenade seems to have done something. Oh yeah, I love that. I love it when that happens. It's why I do, like, all of my own oil changes. Never go to a quick lube place. They will just seal the oil pan shut. I don't know what's keeping that gate powered up. I don't know how my grenade killed those holograms. I thought that was supposed to be killable. That doesn't work. I think maybe you can shoot the emitters? Maybe, if I remember right. Maybe that's what happened. Oh yeah, my grenade blew up the emitters. Okay. Well, that should be all three emitters gone at least. I don't remember how to shut this gate off. Oh, there we go. Now I can just turn it off. Something stupid. Okay. I don't know why I didn't give me that option earlier. I'm not reading these notes, but basically, the long and short version of it is there's a folder on a computer inside of here that you are really not supposed to touch, and if you touch it, you get game over instantly. Why is there so much ammo in here? Oh my god. We're gonna need that though. Alright, time to let go of poverty. I'm not taking all of the gold bars. Just most of them. Just a couple. How many do I even take anyway? Oh, 2? Oh, it's still 7,000 caps. That's still more than enough for what I want to do. Not naked, am I? No, I'm wearing the cool dress. Okay. So basically, it says blah 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 blah. Whatever you do, I love you. I thought nothing bad would happen. Don't open my personal account because that will trap you here forever. I'm not reading all of that.
You're in the vault, finally.
You got rid of that bad Logitech headset.
The Sierra Madre. Mine. Don't move. Don't go into the vault, and don't touch anything else. There may be more traps down there. Another security system.
You know you've got a lot to answer, but I don't know what these dialogues are.
Do I? For what? Your greed, curiosity. You came here.
Yeah, this is your box standard Spec Ops the line. Oh, you totally had a choice all along moment. Lonesome Road does something kind of like this, and it's my least favorite part of that DLC as well. Like, at least in Lonesome Road, it kind of makes sense if you consider it from like an in-universe perspective that the courier has like all this history and stuff. But like here, it doesn't tie into the character of who the courier is. The problem is that Dead Money expects you to step into it with a certain motivation and emotion, whereas Lonesome Road gives you Courier 6's canonical motivation and backstory. And I think a lot of people have trouble, like, reconciling that, and fair enough, because the game can't really decide if Courier 6 is entirely player-created, or if they are a pre-existing entity in the world, kind of like Commander Shepard in the Mass Effect games, where you sort of have, like, a somewhat set-in-stone backstory for them.
I'm not going to take the chance while I'm so close. Not this close. No. Not again. I can wait. Afford to be careful. You're locked down there. This is the only entrance. And I have free reign of the Sierra Madre. I have time. More than you. Besides, there might be more traps. I'll send more scouts in. Yes, others. You're resourceful. Don't want to leave anything more to chance.
Once again, Elijah's plan makes absolutely no sense. How does he plan to get and recruit people and put collars on them without dog?
No, I don't think so. It'd most likely trigger other security measures, if you hurt the vault at all. The builder of the casino built it to last. The Sierra Madre withstood the war. I'm sure the vault is protected as well. Besides, you wouldn't have followed the signal if you didn't want this place's secrets for your own. You're curious, past the threats.
Yeah, forget the vault. Elevator's only got a single control box.
The elevator? Then you'd be trapped for certain. No probability of escape.
Having you wait up there forever with no way down sounds a bit more appealing.
Even if you damage the mechanism, there's a chance of repairing it. It might take years, but it's possible. Persist in threatening me or the Sierra Madre's secrets. You're of no use to me. I'll set off your collar now. Clever.
Whoever designed the Sierra Madre.
And now he's back to the Logitech headset for some reason.
Signals. I'm coming down. I'll meet you face to face at the vault entrance. If you resist, I'll use the collar, even if it puts the vault at risk.
I think I just threatened to like unplug the terminal and then unplug my Pip-Boy so there's no possible way for him to transmit the detonation signal. Yeah, and we're just gonna use the free stealth boy we got, and we're just gonna leave him there. Cause it'd be fun now. Sorry for the flashing, it's because I took a picture. Huh? What?
Time is against you. It always was.
Huh? What's going on? Sneaking out of the vault. What the hell? It was hidden. I don't know what that was. Oh, he's going in. Come on, go in. Go in. Go in. Elijah, go in, please. Do I have to like close the door on him? Maybe. What the hell? Game. Yeah, sneak out of the vault area. That's what I was fucking doing. And then he just decided to stop moving. I'm assuming that his AI must have like bugged out or something. There's no way he could detect me all the way back here, right? He'll get in the vault, he'll get trapped, we'll all laugh, right?
Huh? What's this? Alarms. What? You think you can run? This entire structure is mine. security, weapons, all. You think you've outsmarted me? You can't. You're the one.
There we go. That's more like what I wanted to see happen to this old part. And there we go. We win the game. Yeah, I don't know how we get back here. We just kind of teleport. Oh, you can actually pull out the radio if you want.
Wait a moment.
You open up.
There we go.
Open the vault. I can make it worth your while. Think about what you're throwing away. I have other weapons, other technology I can share with you. In the big empty, I know the way there. I know some of its secrets. If the callers were a mistake. I see that now. Why would I kill you? After all you've done, after all we've done together. Are you listening to me? Everything down here, I swear, so much you could see. You could rule the wastes with what's down here. Make your own army, reshape the world. And if others disagree, put collars on them. I can show you how. Don't.
Yeah, he's begging for his life. It's kind of fucked up, but you can actually listen to him. But yeah.
You've heard stories of the Sierra Madre Casino.
Yeah, cutscene.
We all have. This story's different than the others. It's all in promise of beginnings and the ending.
When Dog fell in the Sierra Madre Casino, 2 died as 1. Dog died hungry, alone, frightened. The voice in his head died with him, screaming, furious, enraged. But the voice was gone, and Dog was grateful. At least Dog was dead, and the voice needed to watch over him no more. In the moment before their lives ended, the wall between the 2 personalities fell. The 2 became silent as they saw the chain between them. Hunger and control are twin greeds, something Dog and his shadow had never realized.
Dean Domino. Entertainer, singer, thief. Had his last show on the Sierra Madre stage. The heist he spent over 200 years planning fell apart, just as the first, by underestimating his partner's strength. Not long after the courier left the villa, the lights in the theater shut off, one by one. Only Dean's hologram remained on the stage, singing silently to an empty room. Still, as consumed as he had been with its riches and ruin, the Sierra Madre had held him captive long ago.
Christine, her mission complete. Found new purpose as the Sierra Madre's warden. She watched over it silently. By choice. Over time, the ghost people came to see her as one of the holograms. They would watch, silently, as she walked among them. At times, Christine thought of the courier, who had kept Elijah's hand from her throat. The courier reminded her of the other courier she had met in the Big Empty, and wondered if the 2 had found each other at last. She did not think of them again until she heard the legends of the Divide. The Divide, where the 2 messengers, the 2 couriers, fought beneath an ancient flag at the edge of the world.
You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses. Some foolishness about it lying in the middle of a city of dead. A city of ghosts, buried beneath a blood-red cloud. A bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom. An illusion that you can begin again. Change your fortunes. finding it, though. That's not the hard part. It's letting go.
So, no, shut up, Christine. I'm in charge of the stream. I'm talking. I want complete quiet. There we go, that's better. Closing thoughts on the DLC. I like what it's going for, even if it doesn't feel strictly Fallout. There's a lot of, like, really minor... Oh yeah, then you just get all of your gear back and get completely bogged down. We'll come back for it all. Even if there's a few plot holes and a lot of other, like, problems with what's going on in the DLC, I think it's still really good. The characters are its most standout part. I love all of them dearly. I still have a lot of questions about, like, why Courier 6 loses all of their equipment when they go in. I still think there's so many holes in Elijah's plan because he is still trapped in the,
Hitting target here.
in the casino. There's a lot of sections that are really hard and really frustrating, and I feel like they shouldn't be. I feel like if it was on a better engine, if it was on the Fallout 4 engine and I could sprint and jump more freely, I feel like a lot of my issues with a lot of the traps would just disappear and it would be much more playable. The ghost people are a really fun enemy, but like, again, you get the perk from God or Dog or whoever, and you just become unstoppable. Sorry, I wanted to sell you, gold bar. I love Elijah. I love getting the window into Veronica's like backstory with Christine and Elijah and all that. I love how it sets up the big empty. I love the atmosphere of this DLC. I think that's probably the one thing that's not going to come through in the slightest for you folks at home watching the stream is the atmosphere of the DLC. Because I'm talking over it and getting annoyed with it all the time. I honestly don't even think I need the second gold bar. I'm gonna drop it. I don't need to break the in-game economy. I've got my implant that I really wanted. I think my biggest problem is that there's no reward. Fundamentally, there's almost no reason to do this DLC, unless you're role-playing Courier 6. Because there's no meta narrative reward. There's no big item. It's not like Old World Blues, which is going to be our next DLC that we're going to do later. It's not like Old World Blues where you get like some of the most powerful weapons and perks in the game. You know, it's not like Honest Hearts where an NPC approaches you and offers you like a really big cash prize for doing the job, for going out and doing the DLC. I think Lucky actually looks better with this dress, yeah. There we go, that's like it. Unless you're role-playing Courier 6, and your Courier 6 is enough of an idiot to believe a random pre-war radio signal that's probably been going for over 200 years, like, it just... If there were actually rumors about the Sierra Madre that led you out to it, you know, that would make a lot more sense, and I think would make the whole DLC a lot more enjoyable. But, like, as it stands, it kind of exists in this really weird space. Getting to it is really weird. Getting into it and, like, getting the right motivation and the right mood and the right tone to really enjoy what's going on there is really hard. I still rank it above Honest Hearts because the gameplay is more varied, the quests are better, the characters are, in my opinion, more interesting. but it's still, we're still at the bottom end of the DLC pile. I think the gap between these and Old World Blues is still pretty significant, and the gap between all the DLCs and Lonesome Road is astronomical. So hopefully you will join me for the next stream, and you'll get to see Old World Blues, and I will probably die of old age before we get through all the dialogue. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever it is for you, and may your God